Valor Alliance, this is Zealot. The war with orphanage is over. So let's talk about it briefly. That was the worst war we have ever had. It was terrible. We suffered over 100 losses with like 10% efficiency, and that's even worse than we've ever done. So, yeah, we got our butt kicked. And we need to learn from this and let not this happen ever again. On the leadership side, it's our fault that we didn't really expect it to be this bad with the losses, and so we could have taken more steps, although we warned people about what was going to happen, and it seems like nobody listened for at least a week, and in the second week people started listening. I put out a video and I said Amar and Jita will be camped, and people were going to Amar and Jita, buying their battleships or whatever, and just getting them blown up and docking with Reds and local. Not using scouts, not being on Ventrilo. That is like super noobish mistake that should never be made by any pilot. There's no excuse for that. I don't care if you don't PvP, I'm assuming you can read and you can listen, and when we say be on vent and use scouts, we expect you to do that. So that's really upsetting. But learn from it. We had some people, one person lost like a 3 billion ISK golem with faction fits, and that's, I think, the worst loss Valor has ever had, period. The guy didn't even know that it was, the war was going on. Come on, people. Read Alliance Mail. We don't put out stuff there just for our own entertainment. Everything we put in Alliance Mail is valuable information. So please pay attention and listen to it. And follow the instructions. The good thing, I guess, is that as far as Valor Inc. itself is concerned, there was not as many noobish losses. We usually have some, and in the past we've had a war deck maybe every month or so, maybe every other month, but we haven't had a war in like 3 months, and I think that's what made this war so bad. Now here's the other deal, is that you guys need to know, high-sec wars, I've been through, probably close to 100 wars by now in my EVE career. They're all about baiting other fleet to engage, because if you bring more people, they just don't engage, they sit docked. And if you bring less, they'll attack you and they'll kick your butt because they have something up their sleeve like neutral logistics or something. So it all comes down to baiting. Now here's the problem with baiting. It takes like 2 to 3 hours to set up a good bait. It's not like you just put the ship out there and they'll attack it. Because first of all, they're smart pilots, they pay attention, they know which pilots are dangerous and which ones are not. And they use scouts, and they know if you're by yourself or you were the fleet. So to set up a good bait, you have to do something really complex, like put a person in a system pretending like they're acting like a noob, fleet 3 jumps away, then you have to coordinate it really well so that the noob doesn't get blown up before the rest of the fleet gets there and you get tackled, and there's no bubbles in HexSec, okay? So this is like a big problem. You can have like this great operation you planned, and then you execute it and you only get 2 kills, and that's really crappy. As opposed to in 0-0, you put up a bubble, you kill the whole fleet, or you kill 5 people or whatever, and there's no station they can run to and dock, unlike in high-sec. So high-sec wars are really, really frustrating. And we have the numbers and the hardware, but the people that are our fighters were all in 0-0 for almost the entire war. They came down only one time for one engagement, and we lost that engagement because of poor intel work, and that's also embarrassing. So no more of that. And but realize what happened. If you want our 0-0 crew to give up their 0-0 ground and come to high-sec to set up baits for 2 hours, they're not going to do it if you keep screwing up the combat efficiency rating. If we sat there and camped the enemy for 2 hours and finally baited them and killed like 3 of them, and we got plus 10% efficiency. It takes only one of you to screw up an Anadoc and Jita in an expensive battleship, and our efficiency is down back, minus 15%. So what this does, it demoralizes the 0-0 crew, because they don't want to be fighting for an efficiency which the rest of the people keep screwing up. Because they can get kills in 0-0 much easier and much more of them with much less effort. It won't take them nearly as long to set up a good kill, because in 0-0 you have bubbles and you don't have stations, and you can kill scouts. In high-sec you can't kill scouts. You have a neutral scout, he's there in a noob ship, he can see your whole fleet and tell the rest of his buddies what is up. So that's the high-sec war. I mean, that was bad, but guys, just learn. If you're gonna learn one thing, learn this. Pay attention to what we broadcast in Alliance channel. Alright, well, I'm not too upset about it. I'm actually happy, and for all the people who died, I'm glad that you died. I'm only hoping that you learn from your deaths, because it happens, you know, it happens to all of us. When I was a noob, I got killed in a high-sec war all the time. But here's the thing, if you're flying a faction-fit battleship, and we've never seen you in 0-0, we never heard you on vent, and the first thing we see is you just dying like a wombat, getting whacked with a club in Jeddah somewhere, that is like really embarrassing for you, and I hope you feel embarrassed. That shouldn't happen. If you play E for a long time, that you can afford such an expensive ship, to fit it and then to lose it like that foolishly, you should be with us fighting on our front lines, and you're not. So what's going on? Like, why are you playing this game? You're just playing single player, multiplayer game. I mean, come on, people. So for a lot of you who now show up on our kill board with a terrible efficiency, I'd like to see you guys in 0-0. That's a combat call. You have no excuse. I don't know what you're doing. You have plenty of money, obviously. You're not gonna buy anything greater, and if you do, we really don't want you flying it, because obviously you're not a good pilot. So get down to 0-0, get trained, learn from our senior PvP pilots. We want your skills to improve. We want you to be good pilots, sharp ones, not silly ones. Alright, so that's my challenge. Let's do better next time, guys. Let's do better. If we don't give silly kills to the enemy, the 0-0 crew will come down and fight for you. If you do, the 0-0 crew will not protect you. Alright, dudes. Thanks for listening to me. I'll be in touch. Bye-bye.